Take a seat, pal. There you go, all good, comfortable. Watch your head on that then. Oh, he's going back out. Watch your head, there you go. You comfy?
No.
Yep. Great. One, Andy.
We're good,
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
Talk to us about Fountain Fresh's expansions over the years, why you do that and how you're so good at it.
Fountain Fresh Imports has just celebrated its 8th birthday. Over the last 8 years, we've seen some phenomenal changes in the industry and across the world. Fresh produce is a multi-billion pound industry. I think that our customers and our suppliers are finding it a breath of fresh air that a company is willing to invest, move forward and be innovative in a sector that really the majority of multinational import businesses seem to have forgotten. And it shows that there is still life in a sector that we are putting a lot of faith into.
We moved to this site in 2017. We'd outgrown the old site quite substantially. Since we moved here, we've had to continuously keep expanding just to stay up to date with what our customers expect. The most recent phase of our company expansion is the addition of a new 1,000 pallet split temperature cold store. The entire build took around 6 months. Obviously started with a huge expansion of the yard area, a lot of concrete poured, 2,500 square metres of concrete. So much easier and safer movement for HGV vehicles. Obviously with the volumes increasing, we're seeing a much higher amount of vehicles entering the site. It was getting a little bit cramped before. We were a little bit concerned about vehicles passing too closely to pedestrians and that kind of thing. Adding that much extra concrete has just given us a lot more flexibility. We can set areas aside for drivers that might need to park up for brakes or to store our own vehicles. We've got a lot more space to be able to manoeuvre that now. In addition to the storage that we've added onto site this year and the yard expansion, we've also extended our office. Obviously growth like this, we need more staff. The office we had was getting a bit too small for the team we had, so we've extended our office. It's almost tripled in size. As always, all of our improvements are customer focused. The larger we are, the bigger the scales, the more efficient we can be, and the more efficient we can be, the better we can serve people. The more safer we can operate for our employees as well, which is always a key factor for us.
A new loading bay has made easier everything because it's so much quicker to unloading the trucks and loading the trucks and transshipping loads from one truck to the other truck. It's much easier for organization as well because the guys know where the peppers are, for example red pepper, green pepper, and it's much quicker and better experience for the customers. Truck can leave in good time, so customers get their products in time, so it's good.
Obviously when we first started, the yard wasn't suitable for the amount of transport we're starting to put into it, but in the last probably 18 months we've probably nearly tripled the size of the transport fleet. What it's doing is it's giving us a better coverage of the UK because we only ran initially 4 vehicles, and the guys in the sales team obviously were selling to a much wider variation of people where we're using third-party logistics to cover up a lot of the transport. But what's happening now is we're actually managing to get a lot of this stuff on our own vehicles. Customer service levels are being well and truly met. Delivery times, we're in control of it, or the majority of the deliveries that we're doing ourselves. We're there in particularly the marketplace, we're there nice and early because the customers want it there early. They want to make the sales early because the quicker we get it there, and then make room for the next lot we want to be delivering from, of course. As a cornerstone of the business, the transport is always growing, of course, and we're always keeping the customer in mind whilst this is happening.
We just felt that to progress and to move on and to maintain and improve the service levels that we're offering for our customers, that we had to expand. We listened to what the customers need and what they say, and everything they were saying told us they need more storage, they need us to be able to distribute stuff. We would not be able to do that to the level that we'd be happy with unless we expanded. So it was just the right time to do it. We needed to do that in order to improve. It's also for the third-party storage, it means that a customer can suddenly say, we've got 2 containers arriving in an hour, and we can react to that and offer them the solution that they're looking for.
It's quite a cliche, but we have passion for produce. That is why we feel it's so important not just to be behind a desk, not just to have a stock sheet, but to take an active role in the procurement of fresh produce, in the sale of fresh produce, and understand exactly what our customers need. Not just believing that we do, we actually live what they receive. What's next for Fountain Fresh Imports? We've just completed phase 1 of the expansion, We have phase 2 and phase 3 ready to go. We have more Class 1 HGVs on order. Close to the fresh produce aspect, we have expansion underway for Fountain Fresh Spain SL, which is to include Iceberg, Gem, Romaine and Kos. We have a growing partnership underway in Almeria for courgettes. We are also in talks with multiple Moroccan growers to take control of Moroccan tomato production. We want to be a one-stop shop for reliability, quality, trust and service levels for a full range of imported fresh salad products.
We've never been a company that's as happy to rest on the laurels and just to stagnate. It's always been looking for the next, how we can improve. And whatever stage we're at now, we will look to go again. But we're not looking to go again at the detriment of service levels. It's important that when we go again, we do it right and maintain the standard that we've done up to now.